Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. The murder occurred in Fort Worth, but the body of the female victim was found on a private property on Highway 67 West, just inside the Silver Spring city limits. Lucius Newhouse III, age 54, of Fort Worth, is currently in Hopkins County Jail, charged with felony 1 murder, and is being held on a $1 million bond. It began with a call regarding a suspicious person and finding a vehicle stuck in a ravine on private property that led to the discovery of an unidentified black female lying in an open field near the accident scene, according to Hopkins County Sheriff Louis Tatum. As investigators walked the tracks of the vehicle between the roadway and ravine, they found the body. The woman had been shot in the forehead. Justice of the Peace Ch.18 pronounced the woman dead at the scene as Silver Springs police detectives, Hopkins County Sheriff's investigators, and the Texas Ranger began an investigation that revealed evidence that led to the murder warrant for Newhouse. Through the investigation that involved Fort Worth law enforcement, the crime scene was discovered to be in Fort Worth. According to Tatum, currently law enforcement and the district attorney's offices, both locally and in Fort Worth, are determining where the eventual charges and prosecution will take place. Tatum commended the work of Silver Springs Police Department investigator Rusty Stillwagner, who led the investigation, the Texas Ranger, and members of the County Criminal Investigation Division. Bail jumping and failure to appear resulted in a 5-year sentence in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for Carrie Amanda Crump, age 29, of Sulphur Springs. She was sentenced Friday afternoon in 8th Judicial District Court, according to Clay Harrison, Assistant District Attorney. The charge of bail jumping and failure to appear was the result of Crump not appearing for her second day of trial in December 2017. She was present for the first day, Monday, December 11th, but did not return on Tuesday, December 12th. On that Tuesday, a Hopkins County jury found her guilty of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. The guilty verdict was delivered around 9:30 a.m., and the sentencing phase got underway 15 minutes later without Crump. Before 11:30 a.m. Tuesday, the sentence was handed down by the jury, 2 years in state jail, and she was assessed a $10,000 fine. In April 2017, Crump was the driver and sole occupant of a vehicle that had been involved in a single vehicle crash that occurred on Interstate 30 eastbound at the 111 mile marker. Crump admitted to deputies that she had smoked PCP just prior to the crash. She was later arrested by DPS on Airport Road. There she admitted to the trooper that she had been under the influence of PCP. She also admitted blacking out while driving after smoking the PCP. A public hearing for second and final reading to amend the budget for fiscal year 2018, setting water, sewer, and sanitation rates, amending the capital improvement plan for 2019 through 2023 to include drainage issues at Pacific Park, making appointments to the Charter Review Committee, and other items are on the agenda when the Sulphur Springs City Council meets Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. in regular session in the council room, 201 North Davis Street. If you're traveling in Hopkins and Franklin counties this week, there's a schedule posted for changes that will take place or work that will take place, and that work could change due to weather condition, equipment failure, or other unforeseen issues. In Hopkins County, I-30 rest areas on the north and south service road east of Cumbie continue to find work being done. Watch for work zones while workers are constructing and completing the new rest areas for travelers on Interstate 30. State Highway 11 in Hopkins County from State Highway 154 to Rock Creek continues to receive work as striping will take place. And State Highway 37, Franklin County, from Mount Vernon to Winsboro. Watch for lane closures and short traffic delays as crews prepare surfacing operations as flaggers will direct traffic. Silver Springs High School Student Council spearheaded a move to have food trucks on campus for lunch September 7th. Student Council President Alexis Lopez and council members, along with sponsor Alyssa Butler, are in charge of the event. There are 4 to 6 trucks that have committed to the event as of this past Friday. The Silver Springs Independent School District Food Service Director has agreed to the event. The district food service budget will take a slight hit with the event. The Student Council started with all the food trucks that had an operating permit in the city and invited those trucks. The council contacted the city for a list of those that were licensed. Trucks will set up in the student parking lot. Regular lunch menu for students in the cafeteria will also be available. The event will be closed to the public and for students only as a security precaution, according to Principal Derek Driver. It was a good start to the Wildcat football season Friday night in Frisco. The first game of the 2018 season produced outstanding performances by Wildcats. Each week during the season, KSST Channel 18 broadcast team of Don Julian play-by-play, Butch Burney statistics, Doug Haston videographer, and Jim Rogers will pick a player of the game. Two players were nominated this week, sophomore running back Caden Davis and senior quarterback DeCorian Young. Sophomore running back Caden Davis was the player of the game. He carried the ball 19 times for 126 yards and had 6 receptions for 32 yards. Davis scored on a 3-yard run with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Also named player of the week, senior quarterback DeCorian Young. Young carried the ball 8 times for 83 yards, completed 18 of 26 passes for 200 yards. He had 2 interceptions during the game. Young scored the first rushing touchdown of the Wildcat season with a 21-yard run at the 8:46 mark in the first quarter, and he ran the ball into the end zone in the third quarter. The Wildcats defeated Frisco Wakeland 37-35. Here's Don Julian with the remainder of sports.
After a disappointing loss last Tuesday to Paris, the Lady Cats volleyball team, ranked number 13 in the state, got back on track with a 3-1 road win at Liberty Ilo on Friday. Lady Cats coach Justin Manus said the Lady Cats pulled out of their slump. The Lady Cats had to battle back after losing the first set 21-25. Coach Manus said that the Lady Leopards were very athletic, and he explained that it took a set to get the Lady Cats block where they wanted it. Coach Manus said once they made the LE hitters think about that block, the Lady Cats defense took over. The Lady Cats won the last 3 sets, 25-17, 25-15, and 25-14. Autumn Tanton led the Lady Cats with 13 kills. Maddie Vickery had 8, Abby Bayer had 7, and Sadie Washburn and Sydney Washburn had 6 apiece. Sadie Washburn, Sadie Stroud, and Lexi Wisenhunt each had 1 service ace. Wisenhunt had 36 assists. Stroud led the team in digs with 10. Sadie Washburn had 8. Wisenhunt had 7. Taylor McElfresh had 6. Maddie Millsap had 5. And Tanton and Vickery had 3 apiece. Tanton also had a block solo. Sadie Washburn and Wisenhunt had 4 block assists. Tanton had 3. Vickery had 2. And Bayer had 1. With the win, the Lady Cats improved their season record to 21-5. The Lady Cats will play Wills Point Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. in Wildcat Gym. Some Miller Grove Lady Hornets and Hornets competed at the Stephen F. Austin Cross Country Invitational at Nacogdoches last Saturday. The Hornets finished 3rd in a big field of 35 teams and 269 runners from all classifications. The Hornets' Isaiah Billingsley finished 2nd with a time of 16:39. Grant Earp was 18th. Lance Davis was 27th, and Tanner Hensley was 30th. Matt Brignan was 80th, and Lexton Sly was 133rd. Coach Gary Billingsley said the Hornets competed against schools from every class and showed that they belong there. The Lady Hornets were missing most of their runners on Saturday due to a volleyball tournament in Whitney. The field included 176 runners. The Hornets' Cassidy Shaney was 5th in the race with a time of 13:06. Jolie Fox was 6th at 13:15. Laney Burnett finished 67th. Coach Billingsley said the Lady Hornets competed and improved. He added he looked forward to getting back to full strength in upcoming weeks to see what the teams look like then.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.
Thank y'all so much.